The sheriff was investigating the so-called champagne explosion incident. With his experience, he immediately sensed something was amiss. He even found a clear bullet hole in the sofa. The medical report confirmed that Jack had been shot. The sheriff speculated that the three might have accidentally discharged the gun while playing with it, so he asked his son to hand over any hidden firearms. But his son firmly denied possessing any weapons. Soon after, Ivan sneaked back into the penthouse apartment unnoticed and set up the rifle again. A thug had just arrived in his new car. Ivan waited for the perfect opportunity. He didn't have to wait long. Matthew was sitting in the car listening to music, swaying to the rhythm. Ivan scanned the vehicle through the scope, locked onto the fuel tank, and pulled the trigger. The car exploded suddenly. People rushed over to check the situation. Ivan blended into the crowd, completely unnoticed. When the firefighters extinguished the flames, they found Matthew's tools had been destroyed. Everyone speculated there must have been flammable materials inside the car. To be honest, justice had been served for such a person, but the police neighbors began to suspect Ivan. Ivan tried to act nonchalant, but sweat trickled down his cheeks. Meanwhile, the forensic pathologist confirmed that both incidents were caused by gunshot wounds. Both victims had wounds on their lower bodies. This was no accident. It was revenge, 100%. And the only possible suspect was Ivan. When the chief returned home, he warned his son not to go out or approach the windows, and told him that old man isn't done yet. His son was terrified at the thought of being taken away. To prevent Ivan from causing trouble again, Alan went to Ivan's house, but found that the old man hadn't returned from shopping yet. But there was a new key hanging on the wall. Katia said the key was from her aunt's house. Alan picked up the key and asked for the address. After Katia told him, he immediately understood what Ivan had done. He left, taking the key with him. Sure enough, Ivan became a suspect almost immediately. The sheriff searched Ivan's house, but found nothing. Just as they were arguing, someone knocked on the door. The sheriff opened it. It was Katia's aunt, there to retrieve her key. At that moment, the sheriff realized he had the perfect vantage point. Now he just needed to find the weapon. Ivan hung his head, terrified, nervously twisting his hat as they opened a closet. But the closet was empty. No evidence, only suspicion. The sheriff said to Ivan, "If you touched my son." Before he could finish, Ivan interrupted him. "It's too late. It's all over." This terrified the sheriff. He thought his son was already dead. He rushed home, banging on the door, but no one answered. Panicking, he pulled out his gun ready to break down the door. But in the next moment, his son fired from inside and hit him. It turned out that his son had mentally broken down under immense pressure. They finally got what they deserved. But Ivan still had doubts about that rifle. Alan quickly invited him over. It turned out that Alan had confiscated the gun, locked it away as a police officer. But out of respect for Ivan, he kept silent. Meanwhile, Katia was admiring the scenery by the window, feeling much better now that those bastards had gotten what they deserved. She knew it was Grandpa who had avenged her. When Ivan finally returned home, Katia picked up the guitar and started singing, overjoyed.